Kent Fox, president of the University of Florida. How you doing, doctor?
Good morning.
And this is your first homecoming. This is your first year at the University of Florida. We're just getting into the homecoming weekend. We haven't gotten it all yet, but what's your early impressions of everything going on?
Uneven sidewalks here at the Bo Diddley Plaza could also end up costing the city over $15,000.
All in all, though, there was an overwhelming sense of accomplishment within the department for getting these predators off the streets.
It's flavored vanilla, and some say it tastes a bit like eggnog. I don't know about you, but I will certainly not drink green milk Marie.
I will not drink it. No siree.
Look at that, we rhymed. Totally impromptu.
All right, before we go.
On Sunday, there were over 1,800 people out here at the park. Today, a little less, although the water's still great.
Do you guys know any Carole King? Let me hear it. Let's see.
We just, it's too late, baby.
Oh, yeah. Now it's too late.
Okay, I think someone needs to get us to weather. So Amanda, it was beautiful out today. Is it going to stay like that for the rest of the weekend?
So then again, when we were talking to all the people from Florida about what drives them, it was just that. They want to be positive. They want to bring some light into a kind of hopeless situation for some people.
And I'm Connor Ingalls. Thanks for joining us. City commissioners met today to talk about the contract with GRU and GREC. WUFT's Kirsty Crawford went to the meeting and joins us now with the details. Thanks, Kirsty. An 11-month-old baby has died in Columbia County after being brought into a hospital under suspicions of abuse. Deputies arrested Dwight Tyre after they say he admitted to causing the injuries to the baby. Sheriff's deputies in Columbia County started their investigation Tuesday after the child was brought into the Lake City Medical Center. The infant was then brought to Gainesville for treatment, where the baby died. Tyre has been charged with child abuse and battery. A former corrections officer is dead after being shot at his home. Marion County Sheriff's deputies responded to a shooting call late last night and found Ronnie Damon shot in front of his house on Larch Road. Damon was pronounced dead at the scene. Thanks, James. One person has been detained in a security scare at the Navy Reserve Center near Palm Beach International Airport. Officials say the person was in possession of 2 backpacks. The facility was evacuated and the roads around it were shut down. The person was taken into custody and a bomb and arson team was called in to investigate the backpacks. Authorities say the scene has been cleared. And the cooler temperatures in Gainesville have been testing the homeless, but a new plan for tiny houses might possibly be an affordable alternative to help get them out of the cold. WUFT's Sydney Martin has more. The Community Development Committee is still working on the exact details of the tiny house plan before the idea is formally presented in a city commission meeting.
Just as we were talking about the the new dietary regulations, one of my New Year's resolutions is to limit my amount of sugar by maybe eating a few less desserts after dinner. What are you guys doing? Anything new this year?
I definitely try to eat less sugar, at least it doesn't always happen.
Yeah, I'm with Marie. I think every year I have a New Year's resolution and then sometime around today it kind of goes out the window. Thanks, Sarah.
Rain is on the way.
But not until later tonight. We'll definitely make it home before then, so we're safe for the evening at least. Amanda, how long will the rain chances stay elevated?
You will be safe. Winds down and basketball takes center stage.
Florida men's and women's Gator b-ball teams are in full swing. WFT's Ryan Nelson joins us in the studio now.
Absolutely, guys. Actor Will Ferrell announced today that he'll actually be co-owner of an MLS expansion team, LAFC. They certainly won't be playing until 2018, but I'll be watching.
Absolutely. I guess Mr. Burgundy owns more than just leather-bound books now.
Oh yeah, he's for certain keeping it classy.
Well, I'll tell you if I know anything. It takes a special kind of artist to do their work with a chainsaw.
Oh, and to do it in the freezing snow.
Also true.
Artists from around...
So you told me that goes until Friday. I think I might have enough time to get over there, be a late entry. I can still win this thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's only a 19-hour flight. You got plenty of time.
You're right. No, I can anchor the show tomorrow.
All right. Before we go, let's get one last check on the weather.
Here's Amanda.
But your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org.
Here on WUFT TV, BBC World News is up next, and the PBS NewsHour is coming up at 7 o'clock. Have a good night.
WFT's Connor Ingalls visited a neighborhood in Charleston, South Carolina, affected by the disaster. This story of one woman captures the selfless mindset of the community during this crisis.
This was up here. It all became one.
Those were the conditions facing Charleston, South Carolina residents just a few days ago. Parts of the city experienced 3 feet of flooding, including Yvonne BROADDUS' neighborhood.
It came down teeming, just torrential. You could hear battering everywhere.
The flooding isolated BROADDUS in her house. Trapped, BROADDUS was left to place all of her hope in the rain stopping. That is, until a gift from a man who couldn't be more fitting to deliver one.
the kindness of strangers. One of my neighbor's friends who plays Santa Claus every year started growing his beard, and I didn't know who he was. And I said, "Who is this guy?" And he says, "I'm Bubby's friend. He had this long beard." He says, "I'm getting ready for Santa Claus." He said, "Here, you can use a boat."
And an act that shows just how the community came together in the midst of disaster. BROADDUS' first move was to make sure her friends were okay.
I took my boat to help my neighbor. I gave her some food and helped horses.
Of course, BROADDUS wasn't the only one out to lend a hand to those in need. The American Red Cross was out in droves. BROADDUS' neighborhood is one of many visited by the volunteers.
I said, "Well, Papa got a brand new bag. You're up here giving out stuff from the Red Cross." I said, "Do I have to pay?" He said, "No."
BROADDUS' excited response was typical of those received by Red Cross volunteers.
You get to meet people in their worst, and they're happy to see you, and you get the good positive feedback, and it makes you be appreciative of that you're not going through that, but you can assist them with helping them.
BROADDUS says she won't let the floods affect her anymore going forward.
I'm never going to be sad about tragedy because there's always a reason for it.
Connor Ingalls, WUFT News.